Nation, it's Hail the Riveter coming at you this kind of not so great morning. Had to jump in and get a ride before the clouds completely started raining on us. Alright guys, it's Freedom Friday. Whoop whoop. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Alright guys, I want to jump into today's video. So Molly Pitcher. So basically, this is not so much as an actual person as much as a spirit of a few women. And I do want to set the picture up. All right, let's start this again. So I do want to set up the story for you here, just so we can get our minds right in the proper place. This is a story that I'm going to tell you. It takes place during the American Revolutionary War. So this is America fighting for their freedom from the British, and just trying to make their world their own and own their own freedom. So basically, we got a trike coming up here. Oh, we got a motorcycle and a trike. So basically, this woman or entity is, like I said, not only a single person, but an idea, kind of, in the way that the actual person that they say this is based off of, her name is Mary Ludwig Hayes. Mary Ludwig Hayes. And so what happened in the American Revolutionary War is that many women actually went and followed their husbands into battle. And so you have to think about this era that they're living in. Normally it was the men who went out, who hunted, who went to war, who did all these things, and the women were the ones who were supposed to stay home with the kids. So if you're thinking about a couple that's actually going off to war together where the woman is following the man, most likely they don't have kids, and it's literally, she's very young, and that's why they don't have children. So this woman, Mary Ludwig Hayes, kind of went into battle and would follow her husband. And what the actual, the entity that I'm talking about, Molly Pitcher, is basically, oh my gosh, I need to come up a little bit. I hate these damn lights. And get the car to come up a little bit so this light can change for me. Alrighty, so the Molly Pitcher, like I said, is the idea of a woman, but the woman that the idea that it's based on is a lady named Mary Ludwig Hayes. They're having the same problem that we're having over here. Got to tell them to come up so the lights could recognize us. Come on, dude, come up here so the light can change. They got a stack, we got a stack. I love it. There you go. Alrighty, bikers doing biker things. So Molly Pitcher, she was known for a woman that would, run into battle with her husband. What they would do is they would carry water to the different soldiers. They would, to cool off the soldiers, to cool off the cannons, to tend to injured soldiers, things like that. And so this woman that is depicted, and of course this may very well be just a simple legend, but Mary Ludwig Hayes, it is said to be where she was in battle a particular time, and an enemy cannonball shot right between her legs, and they said the only damage it did was tear away a piece of her petticoat. So literally ripped this woman's clothes. And she just continued on like nothing, carrying pitchers of water to the injured, to the ones who were weary and tired, and just doing her thing. Many of these women, going into battle, if their husbands, went down, then they were known to kind of pick up where their husbands let off, whether it was manning cannons or whatever the case may be. And you have to look at this, so many times that I do a Freedom Friday video, it's based on the spirit of a person, which is ultimately the spirit of our nation. And our nation is founded on many, many of these people and women and men and women who have stood up to fight against, tyranny, basically, and fight for their own freedom that we hold valid and true to this day. And these people, just like I said in not my last Freedom Friday, but one of my Freedom Fridays, is that these people, usually they are motivated by something. So that's why they usually render themselves victorious, is because they are fighting not only for themselves, but their future generations that they are going to have. And so Molly Pitcher, like I said, she's not a single entity, but she's an idea, a concept of these type of women who would go into the battle. They would follow their husbands into battle. And like I said, you have to be thinking that they're young that they're young women, because normally if it's an older woman, she is going to be expected to stay at home to tend to her kids, her parents, whatever the case may be. These younger women, man, they're going to follow their husbands anywhere that they are going into battle, regardless of what jeopardy their lives may be, and they don't care. Like I said, they're fighting for their future generations, for their kids, for their grandchildren, with no regard for their own life. All they want to do is get the job done. And you have to respect that. You have to respect a woman, a man who is willing to lay down their life for what the future could potentially have in store for them, So, Molly Pitcher, Mary Ludwig Hayes, I commend you. I am so thankful for you, for standing up for what is right, for standing up for freedom. And like I said, you have to think about them. They're running in the midst of battle. Man, back then, weapons that they had were barbaric. Cannonballs and the little balls that they would put in their muskets. That thing could take a good chunk out of you, and then they weren't even accurate. So I'm sure there's all kinds of shrapnel whizzing against them, by them, and they didn't care. Normally we're told like women are petite and they're fragile. These women went in supercharged up, tending to the men that needed them, and not complaining about it, just doing it. And you know why? Because they had a cause. And what was that cause? Freedom. That's what brings you here to my channel every Freedom Friday. Freedom, and it's a value that we should all as Americans hold very near and dear to our hearts, because it's something that can very easily be taken away, but is not easily won. Like I said, in this channel, I try not to get political. I try not to align myself with any political party. At the end of the day, I am going to speak this truth, and whether it's going to get me in trouble and get me lost subs, at least I know that I spoke what I deem right. And that is that I saw this quote the other day, and it's easy to be communist in a free country, but try being free in a communist country. So you have to look at our country and the direction that our country may potentially go in, with different bills and different things that are trying to be enacted in our states. The thing is, I am against big government. I think if big government controls almost every aspect in your life, then you're going to have to depend on them and need them. I am all for, the working middle class, the working man and woman who has to go and grind each and every day to provide for their families. And when you let big government come into your household and dictate what you can do, what you should do, when you should do it, how you should do it, then we have a huge problem. And I am one who will step up regardless of what the cost is, and say, this is not right. Our country was made and founded on freedom, and we are now reverting ourselves back to things that we should never have been on the table in the first place. So I just want to leave that with you guys. Those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. And I believe there's a lot of jargon out there. You have to really watch who is feeding you your information, how that information is obtained. And, we need to do our civic duty and educate ourselves and not let anything else influence us besides what we know is rightful and true. So I do want to just throw that little nugget in there. This is Freedom Friday, so I am going to speak on freedom. Like I said, whether the consequences and repercussions are bad against myself, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, people like Molly Pitcher, people like, Rosie the Riveter, which this channel is endearly named after, they stood up for this country when this country was in a time of need. And I can honestly say, if you look at the climate of our country and the division in our country, we are truly in a desperate time of need where we do need to unite against the things that had made us America in the first place, and stand up against the evils that choose to try to enslave us once again. So my name is Halo the Riveter. Normally I'm doing new writer based content from a new writer perspective. However, you have tuned into my patriotic segment, Freedom Friday. I will not apologize for being unabashedly in love with my country, America. I love America. I love the flag. I love everything that it stands for, and I will always fight to make sure that truth is exposed over lies. I know that my viewers and my subs are the same way. We view things the same. Not everything, different yet united, but as far as our basic principles go for freedom, stand in there, guys. Be strong, be brave. At the end of the day, remember those who have come before us, who had the potential to lay down their lives in the name of freedom, and just continue each and every day living in their honor. You know, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning into this video every Friday, and I just want to thank you guys and just tell you, you know, continue being strong. If you like this video, give me that thumbs up. If you want to share this video, if it had a message for you, if you learned something, go ahead and share it. I'm not shiesty. If you want more content and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you hit the bell icon, it'll go ahead and notify you whenever new videos drop. For now, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, night, week, wherever this video may find you, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one.